72 hours are very crucial, then becomes 48 hours are very crucial. So the police teams have been deployed. The excise team are on their job regarding the liquor and everything. GST teams also have been roped in to see the influx of any freebies kind of thing into state, out of state, district basically.
Good morning. We are here at Roopnagar, Punjab, just a day before the elections, and we have with us Ms. Shilpi Sinha, and she is the expenditure observer here. Today is 30th May and the elections are due on 1st of June. So I know, ma'am, that you have a very, very busy schedule, and thank you for taking time out and talking to us. We just want to understand and take your insight into the role and responsibilities of the expenditure observer.
See, in all the elections, the political parties, they make certain expenditures and they have a ceiling to it. So the Expenditure Commission has fixed the ceiling for all the candidates participating, be it Lok Sabha election or be it Assembly election. And to monitor their day-to-day expenditure or the expenditures, total entire expenditure incurred by them or their political parties, Election Commission appoints expenditure observer. It has a team of many people, which includes assistant expenditure observer, then we have VSTs, then we have SSTs, then we have VVTs, which we'll later on tell you what actually they are. So basically we monitor their day-to-day expenditure, and we also keep tab on them कि आपका limit नहीं exceed होना चाहिए. There are certain guidelines which they need to follow.
Right. So what are the usual non-compliances or violations which you come across as an observer?
See, usually they tend to hide certain expenditure, at times intentionally, at times unintentionally. So for taking that, it is an unintentional one. Certain trainings are also organized by the administration to apprise the candidate or their representative what all are the expenditures to be incurred, how they have to be charged, where they have to be booked. The day they file their nomination, they are giving in there's a register, expenditure register, which is handed over to them. They are supposed to open a separate bank account, and all the transactions related to expenditure of this election has to be entered in through that, routed through that account. So they are apprised with that. But at times they do certain I shouldn't say hanky-panky, they do certain things कि ये तो मेरा नहीं है जी, ये तो मैंने नहीं किया. So for that we have a team which is called video surveillance team. So they take the recording of their rallies, their processions, their meetings, and all the items are notified by the election commissioner along with their rates. So those rates are entered and they are shown, this is the expenditure of a particular meeting. So now they know that they are being monitored. Right. So they have to take certain permissions for the vehicle, for everything they need to have a permission, for the posters and the banners as well. So they know they are being monitored. So they don't do now, but beech mein kabhi they do keep on doing this also. So it is live.
Yeah. So we also know that sometimes the peddling of influence is not always in the money.
Right.
Like we know the concept of freebies, for example, liquor distribution, some kind of luring of the voters to come out and vote or for a particular candidate. So these covert measures are also very common, and the media is actually full of these kind of reports which where large number of cash was seized at some point. So how do you actually keep your eye on that also, where it's not very visible and obvious, but there is some kind of peddling of or influencing of voters is taking place behind the curtain, if I may use the word?
Very true. The concept of freebies is very much prevalent in all the elections. For that, there are numerous teams which are working on it, like there is something called static surveillance team, there are flying squad teams, there are teams by excise people also, police people also. They keep checking. Random checkings are being done, the flag marches are being done, then there is like you get inputs also, then there are people, they complain. That is also one of these things. Suppose one party is luring customer through, voters through their cash or something, somebody will definitely complain. There is a complaint monitoring system also which has been set up. Anybody can complain, and then people are into action. The administration is there to take care of. But you're very true, freebies in form of household items, in form of liquors, So all the bottling plants, they are regularly being monitored, their go downs are regularly being checked. What is the flow of supply? What is the vendors' total stock checking is a mandatory thing which has been done in these elections these days. So they know कितना आया, कितना गया, कितना बचा. So they cannot have, अगर किसी ने suppose कीजिए bulk booking किया, that thing is also kept in track.
Yeah.
These things called Flipkarts, Amazons, these things are also, the meeting has been held by the district administration with these people. In case they see there is an abnormal demand, something which is in bulk, so that party or that thing, that person is called for explanation as being, and once it is satisfactory, then only things are let go. So there are mechanisms.
Another thing, our conversation which we were having just a while back, you said that you're also keeping tab on the banquet halls, parties, even marriage parties. Are somewhere you don't interfere in, but you just keep a distant eye on these kind of, because sometimes at the garb of the party, some things can, or a marriage or something can happen. So this was very interesting that you're closely monitoring everything, where there is hardly any chance in that sense, at least from the official point of view, you are keeping a very, very close eye on
the district administration is actually on their toes everywhere. So all these marriages hall, all the banquet halls, permissions are being taken by the administration, and in case they get to know something is happening, the team just goes a cursory glance, or they just do a random check. Farmhouses as well, the stock of liquor is taken care of also there. So there are people now, the political party also know that they are being watched, so they are very cautious not to take any move, because उनको पता है पकड़े जाएंगे. So the administration is definitely doing a commendable work with their teams. They are monitoring everything. Think of it, and they are monitoring it. I must say that.
So I think your role is very important, significant, critical to ensure free, fair, transparent elections. And just a day before election, because today is 30th May, first Punjab is going for election, I'm sure you have a slew of activities listed out. आज आपका क्या रोल रहेगा? Because शाम को कैंपेनिंग खत्म हो रही है, तो कुछ ही घंटे बचे हैं. तो आज आपका एजेंडा में लिस्ट ऑफ थिंग्स में क्या है? Because that is a final check you have to do.
See, the check about the teams I have told, they are on their jobs. Now we are having so many rallies today. Definitely last day of campaign, there will be so many rallies. We have video surveillance team in all the rallies. They are covering all the rallies. But today is the last day of getting their expenditure register checked. So each candidate has to submit its expenditure register and has to get it checked thrice. So this is the last day they are going to get it checked, and they have to get their day-to-day accounts. And we have something called shadow observation register from my side, from my team side. So they have something called folder of evidences, where they take photographs, they take videographs, and they find out what all has been incurred, where all they have put their banners, whether they had the permissions, the vehicle, number of vehicle, type of vehicle, everything has been provided by the Election Commission along with the rates. So that thing is being taken care of. As you said, this is not the last day we are going to check the expenditure register. After the announcement of result, then also we check that. That is called account reconciliation meeting. Something which they'll be incurring today, they cannot register it today. They have to register it a day later on. So tomorrow nobody is going to work, because tomorrow is a silence day, I should say. So whatever expenses they are going to incur, they are going to incur it today. So that will be done in the account reconciliation meeting after 25th day after the announcement of result. Each candidate 25th day after the announcement of result. Then we have an account reconciliation.
And if you find some, some discrepancies?
Discrepancies are always brought into the notice of the registers which they have, which we have. Ours is called shadow observation register. They have expenditure register. So that thing gets recorded there. आज क्योंकि last day है, तो the 72 hours are very crucial, then becomes 48 hours are very crucial. So the police teams have been deployed, the excise team are on their job regarding the liquor and everything. GST teams also have been roped in to see the influx of any freebies kind of thing into state, out of state, district basically. See, this district where I am, it is having boundaries with other state as well. So there is something called interstate nakas that have been put to monitor the inflow of any item which can be used to lure the voters. They are not supposed to carry cash more than 50,000. That is also being regularly monitored, checking their dickies, checking their bags, checking unka khud ka checking. There can be drugs as well.
Exactly.
Yes. Punjab is known for it, so there has to be a close watch. We have done seizures. आज तो बहुत सारा ये सब होने वाला है. आज भी होगा, कल भी होगा.
These few hours
are very crucial. Like I said, 72 hours, 48 hours, they are really crucial. And the team, the entire administration, police administration, general administration, excise, CGSTs, everybody is on the toes, and they are monitoring it very closely. They are doing, I must say, I won't say, but they are checking all the vehicles which they found something is doubtful. They are checking it.
Yeah. So thank you very much for sparing the time. As you said, next few hours are very, very critical,
very
and you are on your toes, and all the best. This is a mega exercise. Indian elections are never easy to manage.
Very true.
It's very intricate, very complex. There are a number of factors which come into play. Finance is, of course, one of the most critical aspects, and keeping a close watch being very vigilant as you are in your role and responsibilities is so essential to ensure free and fair elections.
Very true.
So thank you very much for sparing the time, and all the best for the.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay.